Hello everyone, welcome to Prime Business. I am Pius Kojubaka. The Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies has disclosed that prices of petroleum products will witness some significant increase from tomorrow. According to the Chamber, the development is as a result of forex and supply challenges. Speaking to Joy Business, Chief Executive of the Chamber, Dr. Rivesing Opon said, although the supply issues have been resolved, prices of petroleum products will still go up by some 3 to 4%.
We have 24 hours to inform the regulator MPA about our changes, and I always like to take the opportunity to educate the public that we just don't stand up and change. We just don't wake up and change prices. We go through the right procedures, and that's why even though this price should have been taking effect from today, but we are reluctant. But from tomorrow, you should see most of the oil marketing companies updating their prices because emails have been sent to the regulator about the decision to increase prices by a few percentage, 1 to 3 to 3 to 4, based on where you get your product from.
The Ghana Tourism Authority has renewed a crackdown on unlicensed hotels, guest house and restaurants in Obuasi and some parts of the area as part of efforts to ensure the hospitality sector is sanitized. We have more for you in this report.
Leadership of the Ghana Hotels Association in the Ashanti region has been meeting with some directors and managers of hotels and other hospitality facilities in Obuasi. The forum was to address challenges facing the sector in the gold mining town and expose managers to ways to effectively manage hotels in today's competitive market. Concerns were raised over delays in the issuance of license and room standardization for the effective operations of facilities. Director of the Ghana Tourism Authority in Ashanti, Frederick Rudolph J, says the poor management of these facilities has a negative implication on the sector.
One of the ways that we are supporting them is to train them on how they can manage their hotel effectively. We are also trying to organize this training regularly, because at the end of the day, they can only be competitive when they have the requisite knowledge on how to manage their hotels. We are also trying to collaborate with the academia so that they can send their workers for training. This can happen only if the association grows. Most of them are not members of the association, so at times putting them together becomes a challenge. But what the Ghana Hotels Association is doing now in Ashanti region is what would increase the numbers in the association, and putting them together will not be a challenge. So constantly we will get resource person within the authority, in academia, and even those that are doing it professionally to train them to be very competitive in the space.
But the authority says it will soon commence a crackdown on illegal hotel operators in the town.
Kumasi and its environs, we've done a few at Mampong. Our next place that we are visiting next week is Obuasi. After Obuasi, we are going to Konongo, Agogo, and then Manso. So we have a few in Obuasi, and we'll start the Obuasi enforcement next week.
Chairman of the Hotels Association in the Ashanti region, George Akomensa, explained measures are being instituted to enhance the operations of facilities in Obuasi.
And they brought it up, we discussed it, and we're giving them the way forward to go about it, so that strategically they'll be able to put in the map of the hotel industry in the country. The major issue will be to have a training program for the members of Obuasi zone, and preferably we want to do that in September, and to have a training program for them, and with a good resource personnel that will explain and teach them and guide them how to be efficient managers in their facilities.
For Joy News, my name is Emmanuel Bright Kweku.
Cocoa farmers across the country will soon own a 2 or 3 bedroom house after Priority View Homes has sought to start projects at Gomoa Dahum in the Gomoa Central District of the Central Region. We have more for you in this report.
Farmers across the country will soon own a 2 to 3 bedroom house after Priority View Homes cut short to start project at Gumwada Home in the Gumwa Central District of the Central Region. Priority View Homes says their aim is to help every cocoa farmer to own his or her own dream house with 5 to 15 years payment plan. Speaking to Joy News after the short cutting, the Chief Executive Officer for Priority View Homes, Eric Afeidu, said the aim of the company is to change the life of cocoa farmers and also encourage farmers to grow more cocoa.
We've realized that cocoa farmers are more or less, to some extent, are not being up to how it used to be in terms of cocoa production. So you see cocoa production coming down. Ghana used to be the leading, but now they are not. And we went into it and realized that they need more than just giving them a fertilizer or giving them chemicals to work with. We also realize that something should inspire them. Some people should find the need to move to cocoa farming. And how do we do that? And we also realize that most cocoa farmers, about 50 to 56% of cocoa farmers are living in thatch houses, which they call the Atakwamedai in some of the Fanti communities. And most of the houses are not the best. So we decided to do a decent housing scheme for cocoa farmers to make sure that if you're a cocoa farmer, you have a house that you can call a home.
Chief of Gumwada Home Nana Pra Abibu VII commended Priority View Homes for coming to the aid of cocoa farmers with affordable homes.
I am very excited that this town is about to undergo a transformation, just like Accra. I assure everyone in the town that to ensure the right people are involved, I have set up a committee to verify that every participant is indeed a cocoa farmer.
Support there. Said a bear one more thing, so why now when Chia, a channel to me be for sonity, and the committee for one and animal count. Ubia needing Yajinidino, Yabakoshe, Nukuda Ampa or Kuku Nampa.
Director General of the International Institute of Tropical Agriculture says Africa must make bold investments in agriculture and forge global partnerships to achieve food sovereignty. Rafik Salam reports.
Ahead of the Africa Food System Summit 2025, whose opening ceremony is slated for today, various activities that comprise of full works and seminars have been held to give more insight to participants about the summit. One of them took place at a thematic hall where there was a panel discussion on the impact of research held under the auspices of the Consortium Group on International Agricultural Research, CGIAR. Director General of the International Institute of Tropical Agriculture, IITA, Dr. Simon Ehu, noted that the problem of food insecurity in Africa must be resolved through the use of science. He asserted that Africa imports close to $50 billion United States dollars of food, which he said is unacceptable and can be reversed through the use of science to alleviate the problem of food insecurity.
Research that we do is quite critical. Today, Africa imports close to $50 billion US in food. This is unacceptable. We need to be able to use science to alleviate the problem of food insecurity. Now, if we develop scientific results and then they are not in the hands of the end users, then science becomes irrelevant. So what this means that the second thing is that we need support of rural infrastructure, investment in the rural areas, promote, if you want, the extension of the technologies to the end users, build partnership so that the farmers.
Thanks so much for watching Prime Business. I am Pius Kojo Baka. See you same time tomorrow. Muftau Nabila is next with sports.